Hello Tubesters, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. Today it's a quick vlog number one. I do many of these vlogs with so many different things I forget what I'm actually vlogging on. It's the LAV, US Marine Corps LAV. Had a bit of a conversation, well, one of the comments left was by my Mara, Frederick over in Sweden. That's the Hobby Shack, go check him out. We were talking about, it looked to me like a Bosnia type scene, and he said obviously Kosovo, and I forgot all about obviously Kosovo. And I went and had a look at a few photographs, and I would say that's Kosovo in the winter time. The Marine Corps were over there as part of the peacekeeping type force, keeping the different parties apart. So that's what I'll be going for, and there's some nice freehand K4 signage on the vehicles as well. So yeah, that's what I'll be going for when I finally get to put some paint on it. Now I've got a lot of the underside of the vehicle done. It's sorry about the bright lights, it's the problem at the moment. I'm having to use all my different painting lamps to light up. I can't wait for my new lights to come for videos anyway. Sorry, I'm digressing yet again. Ploughed on a fair bit last night, got a lot glued. Are they in the right place? That's a different story, but at least I've got things stuck together. So come down to the bench, guys, and we'll have a quick look for vlog number one. Right guys, we've got the underside of the vehicle on show obviously at the moment. Now anybody that's building this, these pinions here, I call them pinions, to hold this what I call the A-frame in, wishbone, whatever you want to call it. Be careful that you do get these ones here, they're slightly longer, and make sure you get them mounted there in the this depression here, because if you don't, like I did, I mounted them up here because they all look the same to me. Wrong again. They should be down here because they've just got a couple mil extra on the height. I had a lesson in debonding. That was fun, where I did manage to unfortunately break, I think that one broke off inside. I wasn't going to drill it out, I've just glued it there badly at the moment. I'm looking at these slightly worried because I'm thinking when I actually mount the wheels on, which I go on here, these are floating here in the back. These are, I don't think these are actually attached, they're just there for show, I believe, and obviously the wheels are attached there, so it'll be interesting if I'm going to have one off the ground or something. That'll be really depressing if that happens. You've got these bits here. I'll keep calling them bits because obviously with my blooming head problems, that's part of what I've got as well, is things what I'm thinking doesn't translate into speech. So, you know what I'm talking about here, guys. It's ridiculous. Sorry about that. But anyway, these go in with just one attachment point. I did think of leaving all these off and priming and then spraying the vehicle and then obviously putting them all in, because I know it will be difficult to get in the nooks and crannies. This might come back and bite me, but from what I can see, these are sprayed the same colour as the vehicle. Now somebody's going to come on and tell me they're not, which will be a bit of a pain again. But these are supposed to be, as far as I could see, the same colour as the vehicle, so I thought, no, hang it, I'm going to spray all these guys in one go. I'm using at the moment the Bart Sharp airbrush, and that comes with three different needles, and I've been using a 3 more or less all the time. I've not touched the 5 because I've got a Neo with a 5 on, but I thought if I went down to 2 I could probably get in all the nooks and crannies without having the thing as a newbie at the moment that I'm having problems with my spraying is when I get into these crevices I tend to bathe it, because obviously all the paint collects, and that's something the only thing probably I'm not getting the spidering so much. The spitting, I'm trying to add a tiny bit of flow improver in and stuff, and that seems to correct that. But that is a problem I've noticed with my spraying still at the moment. When I come to these nooks and cranny type areas, I I end up, you know, with it running down the sides a bit, which is something I want to correct. I've added this front here. I take it as it's amphibious. Sorry, I'm a bit stuck for room. Let's just see if we can go back. I bet we can't. No. This frontage here, I wondered if it's like the old, was it the M113s, or was it the ones they use in Vietnam? Well, they'll be still using to this day. The Israelis still use them. But, you know, to put down as a bow wave, I'm not too sure if it's just an extra piece of armour. And there is supposed to be a gap there as far as I'm aware. Well, we'll find out, won't we, when when we come to put the top on. So that's as far as I've got. Yeah, not a lot, but I like to show it off. Tonight's episode will be, I wanted to actually, I don't know if this will actually work. 2 seconds. Let's see. Oh, almost, yeah, just about. That's all we need. Yeah, shock absorbers. Yeah, I remember that name. Shock absorbers, and oh, goodness me! I'm really sorry, guys. I used to repair my own vehicles, and I know all this stuff, and it's just, as I say, I've got head problems, and unfortunately, it leaves me sometimes not being able to think properly, which probably doesn't help when you're trying to put a model together. That's my excuse anyway. Yeah, and hopefully get on to at least cleaning up these hobs. I took the tyres out. I didn't show you before, but I took the tyres out. There is one slight, which there had to be a seam line somewhere on them, and there's a slight seam line on the one edge. I'm going to teach myself how to remove that on vinyl without making it look too rough. But I probably will mod this vehicle up a bit. I like the look of some of those vehicles in Kosovo, and the one thing I did notice on the photographs with the Kosovo LAVs was they didn't seem overly festooned in Bergens and things. You know, they had a few bits and pieces hanging off them, and yet the ones that I've seen in, I presume, in Iraq and Afghanistan, they're literally festooned. Now, whether that's to also add to a bit of maybe extra protection, I don't know. But I will probably still go to town on mine, even though it's a Kosovo one. I will probably go to town because I just want to practice putting some putty and sculpting together anyway. So this is as far as I've got. As I say, not a lot to show, but I really enjoy me modelling, so I like to show bits off where possible. So guys, next time you see this, I probably won't show it just to show you a couple of shock absorbers and some wheels, but I think I can get away with doing because it's a fairly straightforward kit, and you get your bottom tub, your top tub, and the only extras really are your back part. I might well be able to make up the entire vehicle like I've seen some of the guys do with their armour, and spray it in one go rather than the sub-assembly, because it really is a box on wheels. So we'll see. I'll say it's not a rush. I've just been enjoying it, and that's what I got done last night. So take care of yourselves, guys. I hope all your projects are going well, and we will catch each other very soon.